Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to do a very interesting sort of video here. Basically, I've titled it Click versus Click. First of all, I'd just like to say this straight. This has got nothing to do with schizophrenia, and it has nothing to do with paranoid psychosis. This is based on fact, scientific evidence that goes and stems back quite far back in human history, and it's the basis of a lot of our problems that I believe in, that it's due to our modern civilization. The best way to explain it is, well, basically this here is a little box. There are some people who will know what it is straight away. It is a clicker, and it trains your dog. You may wonder, what's this got to do with it? It is a very, very basic form of how one trains. But I'm against this because it does actually cause a certain amount of discomfort to the dog. You may wonder, how can a noise? I'll click it anyway. So basically, when you're training your dog, at certain points you click, so you can understand. See how annoying that is? Noise is a very problematic thing in our society, and I do believe it's a reason for a lot of anxiety in our world. Whether it's beeps, sudden loud noises, drones of cars going by, there's noises everywhere, even at night time. Sometimes you open the window and you hear this high-pitched sound buzzing through the window. And noise actually does hurt your abdominal system, your stomach, and it gives you bloatedness. It also can hurt your head here. But the problem with noise is it can also prevent your own way of thinking, your own neurological way of thinking. It can actually harm your brain, and it even stems back to early forms of brainwashing, even from World War II. I'm not going to go into great depth, but if you are interested, I do recommend this book. It's called The Rape of the Mind, and it's by a writer called Just Merleau. I do recommend this book. Some books are hidden gems, and they speak more truth than those books which are pushed forward a lot. But this one is a real gem. This is nothing to do with conspiracy theories either. This is a fact that noise actually hurts people more than, even if you're unaware of it. And why I've called it click versus click. This is a click, and this is a pen that also clicks. And the interesting thing is, when you're in either a business meeting or a meeting or some kind of board meeting, you always get that person who clicks. And if you're honest, you're probably thinking to yourself, I wish that person would stop thinking, and it distracts you. See, a lot of problems with people is that they can't concentrate, and they have a short span of attention on things due to a lot of disruptions. And it does disrupt our minds, because our mind does like to relax back and to let our mind search, like feelers, like roots of a tree that feel out and search in the soul. Our minds like to do that. But a noise can snap and chop those feelers, containing us, and that creates anxiety. So basically, noise is a problem. And I am going to read actually a nice piece for those who suffer from anxiety disorder, and truly my heart does go out a lot to people, because I have been through it, and it is hard to say out loud, because people will straight away, well, they'll call you crazy, or he's a liar, or he imagines it, or he's sick and stuff. But if people are honest, I've never met somebody who hasn't been annoyed by noise in some way. Whether it's family, people who I've met through my life have always been provoked. Provocation, as I like to call it, you know, and training is different than human teaching, but yet sometimes I do feel that people are being trained, pushed into a certain way through perhaps noise. And again, I like to state it's nothing to do with conspiracy theories. These are true facts. Noise is even used to deter mice in houses. You know, you get those plugs. I wish I had one to show you, but you can look them up on the internet. But noise is well documented to manipulate people in a long history. Even MK Ultra, which were experiments done on people without their consent. They thought they were having normal treatment, but the court case lasted for years, and I'm not sure if they even got justice for it. But they were inhumane, what they went through. But anyway, this is a piece, and it's called Symptoms of Suppression. My eyes drift asleep. Suddenly, a thud. I awake. Then again my eyes close. I'm sure I will fall asleep this time. A thud. I wake. It is like a nightmare, this constant waking up. My head lay on the pillow in night shadow. My lungs formed tight. My eyes shut down, like a shutter of a shop front, heavy and locked in a dry sting. Then, a thud, I wake. This is too coincidental. So I try to picture and dream. My eyes are in comfort with my inward sight. Then, a thud, I wake. My CPN said, how do they know when you are falling asleep? Even when I am asleep, bangs and knocks over my inner child, or a subconscious voice. It is no beauty sleep. My breath slowly lows, dims in shallow compulsions, as if sucking out the air from a balloon. Its staleness lingers in stillness. Then, a thud, I wake. I suddenly jump out of my sleep, gasping for air. As if from the depths of the water comes first life of breath. Maybe somebody gave me a resuscitation. An internal kiss of life fills the respiratory system. My heart races from the panic injection, pounding like rave music, as if it is running to get out through my mouth. I check my pulse. Will I drop dead from the lack of breathing? I'm going to finish there. The piece does go on, but why noise is very problematic in society is because it creates things like anxiety, impotence when it comes to men, and it is a problem. It hurts so much down below. It creates sleeping problems like sleep apnea. That's why I actually shallow breathe. That's why I explained the air balloon going out to stale. It's like you hardly breathe at all, and I jump out of my sleep gasping. Before that I wasn't like that until and the only reason I noticed these noises is because it was disturbing my sleep. My belief is based on experience. In other words, if it didn't happen to me, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't know any different. So I would never train my dog with the clicking device. Some people click over their voices. Some people click for many different reasons. But it is wrong if you're going out of your way to actually purposely disrupt people's thinking if they have an idea, or somebody says he's still in there. You know, you may think I'm crazy, but you know deep down that I'm right about these things. You can look it up, and I'm sure a lot of you have been through a lot of it already. But by all means, do your research. There's a lot of delusions out there, so be warned. And I do hope for peace for you out there, that your minds can reach and feel and connect with people. And I do really mean that, honestly. And I hope all the best to you. And I'll I'll probably make another video in a week's time or something, but thank you very much for listening. Bye.